Holy shit, man, harpoons!
Oh boy, here we go again with another NuttyZilla moment.
Stephen King thinks it's okay to bash Stephenie Meyer, to start out on her in public because he's not getting any limelight, whereas Twilight most certainly is.
Okay.
Well, I don't think that's okay. I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to explain exactly why Stephen King needs to go and fuck off.
Go ahead, explain, old fat one.
Okay. Point number one. This is what Stephen King has been saying about Stephenie Meyer.
Okay.
I'm going to read straight from the article on Hollywood.com, which I'm also going to post a link to in the video, in the sidebar. That way.
Oh yeah, that way.
I don't know. One of those ways.
Wait, which way? Both ways. Sideways.
Okay. King didn't mince his words. Both Rowling and Meyer, they're speaking directly to young people, he said. The real difference is that Joe Rowling is a terrific writer and Meyer can't write worth a darn. So you think that Stephenie Meyer can't write? Well, I think around about 18 million people disagree, because that's how many copies her books have sold. Okay?
18 million
First of
disagree?
all, Twilight has generated so much public interest.
Don't you mean 18 people disagree and you're part of one of the 18 people out there?
Just attention in general. The movie,
like you're doing right now. You're gaining attention.
Twilight has generated so much more attention than, as far as I can remember, any of your books ever did. Yeah, they're good books. They're classic books. Personally, I don't like them. I can never get past the third page without boring myself silly.
Like I'm watching your
Twilight,
shit right now.
Just
you're boring me to sleep.
Shut your mouth off to me about it because I don't care. How dare Stephen King start in on Stephenie Meyer just because he wants a piece of the limelight? Because I can't think of any other reason why he would have done this.
Think of a reason.
To try and get a little bit of the limelight that Twilight has generated on himself. And he couldn't think of a better way to do it than to attack her. Because he will never be able to write a book.
Like you're attacking millions of people who disagree on you. Like for example, they give you a constructive criticism and you disagree on it.
This whole video is off the top of my head, okay? Because I'm trying to just say what I think without it being scripted. I want to just get it all out.
Seriously, get a life.
But Stephen King says he does understand the appeal of the apparently crappy series. Again, bullshit. It's not crap. It's fucking amazing. Amazing fucking book.
Amazing book again! Amazing book! Amazing book!
Quote, people are attracted by the stories, by the pace, and in the case of Stephenie Meyer, it's very clear that she's writing to a whole generation of girls and opening up a kind of safe joining of love and sex in those books. It's exciting and thrilling, and not particularly threatening because it's not overtly sexual. So as far as Stephen King feels and can tell and thinks, as far as I can tell from this, the reason that he thinks Twilight is so successful with the age group that it is successful with, which is teenage girls, teenage girls in general, is because it covers sexual topics without going too far into detail.
Going too far into detail.
It lets you think about what's going to happen. It lets you... I don't know how to say what I want to say.
Say what? Go ahead, explain. Don't strain your brain, you fat
broaches
fuck.
Those subjects. It broaches. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Right. It takes those subjects and it tackles them in a way that makes young girls not feel threatened by reading the books. In a way that allows them to read the books and not feel like they have to go and do those things. Because it's not about that. Edward isn't a pervert. He's not a paedophile. And Bella isn't a slut.
Okay.
The reason Edward goes into Bella's room at night and watches her sleep is because he can't sleep. He wants to see what it's like. He's fascinated, not turned on. There's nothing sexual about it. The only sexual thing about their relationship is the fact that they can't have sex. And it's that anticipation.
Rule 34 on
that
that one, guys. Rule 34, please. We need a Rule 34.
Pisses me off so much.
My bad.
Another quote. A lot of the physical side of it is conveyed in things like the vampire will touch her forearm or run a hand over her skin. He continues. And she just flushes all hot and cold. And for girls, that's a shorthand for feelings that they're not ready to deal with yet. Yeah, to a certain extent, I agree with that. The reason that the books are so popular with that age group is partly to do with the fact that it can talk about those subjects and in such a way that doesn't threaten the girls. Does anybody get what I'm saying? Seriously.
I'm getting what you're saying. You are a biased bitch.
I don't know how he thinks it's okay to do this. I mean, not only does he have a nose like a fucking skeleton, but oh my god, no. Okay, that's not fair.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Sorry,
you're not. Yeah, you should have said that because
that's just not fair.
Yeah, because you're not a supermodel yourself. Yeah, you're not a supermodel
Obviously,
yourself.
he thinks that his books are so good that gives him the right to criticize Stephenie Meyer to the extent.
Yeah, he has the right to criticize.
He's not just criticizing her; he's attacking her in a
Attack
very
my ass!
non-professional way. If he was any kind of a professional author, which obviously he's not, seen as this has happened, he thinks he's better than Stephenie Meyer, and therefore he thinks he has the right to talk about her in this way. Number one, he is not better. He will never be better. He is equal
better.
to,
He
just
is better.
as good as, and
Shut up.
exactly
He
the
is
same
better.
as in almost every single
R.K.
way,
Rowling is
but
better.
differently.
Stephenie Meyer needs
Stephenie Meyer's
improving.
books appeal
There you
to
go.
a
She
very
needs
different audience than Stephen King's
improving.
books ever did, and probably ever will, because they're not aimed at the same audience, and that's why I don't think he understands the appeal.
You don't understand that either. You don't fucking
certain
understand
kind of
that.
person to understand the Twilight books, and you have to be able to read them and not take them too seriously because they're not intended for
Just
that.
like you're taking
fantasy.
Twilight too seriously. You're taking Twilight serious
fantasy
business.
that you want your life to be, but you know it's never going to happen, but you don't care. You read it anyway, and you love it for that.
Oh, we must love Twilight.
Queen, as far as I know.
Queen Nutty Madam tells us to.
Boring.
Just like your video. It bores me.
So much. Stephen King, you need to go and fuck off, okay? Your opinion
you
is
need
not
to grow the
welcome
fuck
when it
up.
comes
No.
to books.
That's the other way around. You need to grow the fuck up.
Don't say anything at all, and you clearly don't have anything constructive to say, because when you try and talk about Stephenie Meyer,
close your account.
all you do is
For
attack
love
her
of
and act
God.
like you're above her. FYI, you're not. If anything, she's a hell of a lot better than you.
Oh,
I know
God.
I just contradicted myself, and I don't care, because personally I believe that Stephenie Meyer is the best writer in the world.
I think she pissed off that she didn't have any
My opinion.
Big Macs.
Don't like it, fuck off.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, this makes me angry.
Yeah, you're angry.
Okay, I'm
calm
gonna go
down
now because I'm really angry.
Yeah, calm down.
I've said my piece.
Go to McDonald's, get you some French fries and
say that
and chocolate
I don't
bit
like
shake.
haters, but I'm hating
And another
King, and
thing,
I'm not
bitch,
hating on
you need to
Stephen
do
King.
one
I'm
more
simply
thing.
Shut the fuck up!